Everyone wants success, but few build the discipline to sustain it. This story reveals how daily discipline, guided by faith, transforms ordinary lives into powerful testimonies of purpose. In a quiet, rural town surrounded by open farmland and long dirt roads lived a young man named Ethan Carter. His town moved slowly, shaped by sunrise routines, church bells on Sundays, and fields that demanded consistency rather than excitement. From the outside, it looked peaceful. Inside Ethan's life, however, there was constant restlessness. Ethan believed deeply in big dreams. He wanted to become successful, respected, and financially free. Every night he watched motivational videos on his phone, listening to powerful voices, tell him he was destined for greatness. Those words made his heart race. They made him feel alive. For a moment, he believed change was already happening, but every morning told a different story. Ethan woke up late. His alarm rang and he silenced it without thinking. He told himself he deserved rest. He told himself tomorrow would be better. Motivation had visited him the night before, but discipline never showed up in the morning. His mother often watched him quietly from the kitchen window. She was a woman of faith, shaped by prayer and routine. She woke before dawn, read her Bible, prepared breakfast, and worked long hours without complaint. She believed discipline was a form of worship. Ethan never understood that. He thought passion was enough. Days passed, then weeks. Ethan kept planning his future but avoided the daily effort required to build it. He prayed for blessings but resisted structure. He asked God for success but ignored responsibility. Slowly, frustration replaced hope. One afternoon, Ethan ran into his childhood friend Ben at the local store. Ben looked different. Calm, focused, grounded. There was a quiet confidence about him that Ethan could not ignore. They talked for a while, and Ethan finally asked the question that had been bothering him. "How did you change your life?" he asked. "You don't look motivated all the time, yet you're consistent. How?" Ben smiled gently. "I stopped chasing motivation," he said. "I started practicing discipline." Ethan laughed lightly. "But motivation is what gets you started." Ben nodded. "Yes, but discipline is what keeps you going when motivation leaves." Ben invited Ethan to join him the next morning before sunrise. Ethan hesitated but agreed. Before dawn, while the town still slept, Ben led Ethan to the edge of the river outside town. The air was cold. The sky was dark blue. An elderly fisherman sat quietly by the water, casting his net with steady hands. "This is Mr. Harris," Ben said. "He taught me more about discipline than any book ever could." The old man looked at Ethan and smiled. "Do you come here every day?" Ethan asked. "Yes," the fisherman replied. "Rain or shine, even when you don't feel like it?" Ethan asked. The fisherman chuckled softly. "Especially then." He explained that discipline was not about emotion. It was about obedience to purpose. He said motivation is like a visitor. Discipline is like a covenant. One comes and goes, the other stays. Then he pointed to the fields nearby and told Ethan about bamboo. "For years," he said, "nothing appears above the ground, but underground roots are growing deeper and stronger. When the time comes, it rises fast and tall. That is discipline. God builds strength in silence before revealing results." Something shifted inside Ethan that morning. For the first time, he understood why his prayers felt unanswered. He wanted harvest without planting. He wanted blessings without obedience. He wanted God's promises without God's process. That day, Ethan made a quiet decision. He stopped waiting to feel ready. He built a routine. He woke up early, even when it hurt. He worked when he felt tired. He prayed when he felt dry. He read scripture when nothing made sense. Discipline became his daily offering to God. There were days when motivation vanished completely, but discipline carried him forward. Weeks passed, then months. Ethan changed slowly but deeply. His posture improved, his mind sharpened, his faith strengthened. People noticed, not because he spoke loudly, but because he lived consistently. One night, Ethan sat outside under the stars, listening to crickets and feeling the cool air on his skin. He realized something profound. God was not waiting for him to feel inspired. God was waiting for him to be faithful. Discipline became his prayer. Consistency became his testimony. Years later, Ethan stood as a respected leader in his community. When young people asked him for advice, he always said the same thing. Motivation will excite you, discipline will transform you, and faith will sustain you when both feel heavy. He understood now. Daily discipline is not punishment, it is preparation, and God honors preparation. If this story inspired you, like the video, subscribe for faith-driven stories, and share it with someone who needs discipline today. Your consistency can change a life.